Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. We are here for the 103rd flyover of the Lucid factory with live commentary from me and chat with you guys. Welcome back everybody. I see we've got a couple people on in the chat already. We got John, let's go Lucid, Paul Pillon, who is waiting for his Air GT, and this is his first time joining us for the live stream. Welcome, Paul. We've got a couple things to show you today. One of them is a very big crane. It's it's similar to the Liebherr LR 11000. I think it's called something else because it's from Buckner Heavy Lift Cranes, and they describe it and they compare themselves to the Liebherr cranes. So we're going to be taking a look at that. Let's see, we got about 27 people on. Isis here says hello. And the crane is up, Iser. First, let's just, while we're waiting for everyone to get on here, let's recap today's stock prices and see where we're at. Lucid. What stream am I doing? Lucid closed at 19.59. It was up 63 cents. Reached a high of 2011, opened at 1901, and was down just a tiny bit today at 1897. For the most part, it looks like it was up. Let's see here. Let's make it a little smaller. Yeah, let's just flip this. So yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, so it was up most of the day. It was up all day. That's great. Closed at 1896 yesterday. So decent day. Let's see. Olivia's here. Hello, Olivia. Let me see. I got to move my chat over so I could see it better. There we go. A friend at work at Lucid told me the factory is closed because of parts. Well, I don't know anything about that. I do know that there's plenty of employees parked in the lot, so there are definitely things going on. So I don't know. Maybe there's areas that were closed. I'm not sure, but let's hope that is not true. We'll take a look at the employee parking lot as we fly over. Before we do that, I want to show you the crane. This is the crane, or at least very similar to it. The picture we have is much larger than this because it has a boom. But these are the specs related to it. The Liebherr LR 11000, maximum hoist height of 728 feet, which is really good. I mean, that's really high. 700. I can't even picture that because that's 70 stories. So that if it was fully built out, and it's not going to be fully built out for Lucid. They don't need it to be that tall. But it can lift up to 1,100 pounds. Or I'm sorry, 1,100 tons, which is quite a bit. So very, very large crane. Let's get the video rolling, and then we can see the crane, because that's the exciting thing. And we do have a surprise that will show up later in the parking lot. So we've got that for you. And then just the general construction. Need a Lucid crane cam. That would be pretty cool. But we're not going to go anywhere near that crane. Besides not even flying over the property. If we were, we would stand very clear of the crane, just for safety reasons. And here we are on the south side, headed west. That will eventually be the big parking lot for produced cars. Olivia said production was stopped for a couple of days. Do you know when that was? Because it definitely wasn't today. Just zoom in on the construction storage area. You can see quite a bit of things going on in there. People moving around, doing whatever, getting their supplies, whatever they need. Telmo says, thanks for the flyover videos. You're welcome. There was OTA update today with a traffic sign recognition, offline navigation language, and update on navigation. I wonder if they sped up that navigation because it definitely needs a little bit of work. So here we're zooming in. You can see all the places where those AC units are going to be going. You can see all the walls up. The doors are not up yet. We haven't seen any doors installed. But they've got about 49 or so of those AC units that they still need to install. And we're just slowly crawling through here. You see the trucks making the deliveries. Not sure what's in that, but they're taking it over to the staging area. It looks like those are more wall panels that are just on the side there, waiting for installation. I'm assuming they are. And here are those devices that I don't know what these are. We're gonna have to. These right here. Anybody have an idea what that is? Let me know. You can now open the trunk with the key fob. That was something that was not available before, because that's kind of surprising. I didn't get a chance to play with the key fob when I drove the Air GT. But, Lucid Air had some issues with it. Did you see the TE? What is the TE? Oh, okay. Message retracted. But I read it. This is the SKD building, I believe. I think that's where we're at right now. That building's probably the one that's more advanced, further ahead than the other buildings, from what we've seen. Because we know that there's concrete in there. We still haven't seen any real concrete in any of the other... Olivia says you could only open the fruck. Frank, are you going to retract that one? I'm turning on the AC, guys. If you hear any background noise, sorry. It's over 1,000,000 degrees outside. And there's only so long I can sit in here without the AC before I start to melt. That car was not owned by Lucid Air. He rented that off of Toro from someone who had posted it there. And he is not going to be renting from them again because of the off-road issues. So in the background there at the top of the screen, you can see the crane. That crane height looked very similar to the height of the drone. And when we get over there, we're at 380 feet. The maximum you can fly a drone at with the FAA rules is 400 feet. We stay under that at about 380. You can see they're working on some more of the wall panels there. In different areas they're working on the wall panels. There's a closer view right there. They got a bunch up on the man lift. They're installing them, and then they just got others right on the lift. Olivia, I haven't seen that tech talk. I need to. Going through here, you can still see that there's a lot of dirt on the ground inside. I would assume that they've got some plumbing and other things that are going to be buried underground that they still need to do, and maybe that's why they haven't put the concrete in. It's not exactly something that's 100% necessary right at the beginning. When you have underground utilities, you're going to have to wait, and for something that size, 2.7 million square feet, you probably got a lot of things that are going to be underground that need to happen before concrete. And we've seen concrete being poured in the sidewalks outside. We saw it in the SKD building. And again, you can see up on the roof where they've got all the spots for the AC, for the HVAC units, which we're waiting. I would assume that on our next visit we will see that crane in action moving those units, which is going to be a pretty big lift, and it's going to be pretty interesting to watch. Iser says, I can only imagine working in Arizona in this heat. They should put the AC up soon before summer. They're not going to get this. They won't have that AC running for a while. Besides the electrical requirements for it, the building needs to be dried in, and it's still going to be a while before that building is dried in. unless they have on the inside, they have different firewalls where they're sealing different areas off. But you can see they don't have windows, they don't have doors. A lot of sections, they don't even have walls, outside walls. Air temp must be getting pretty warm for those workers on the room or even inside until the HVAC installed. It's going to be that way for a while. That's the way of it is here with construction. So here we're taking a massive look at this crane. We zoomed in, looking at it. You can see that it doesn't look like the picture that we showed you, but the specs we think are correct. We're going to go back real quick. Let's go back to the beginning. Here you can see on the side, it says Buckner. Right there, that's Buckner. And we're going to zoom in right here for you guys. Right here, LR 1100. And then there's some letters here, and then 1300. This is 11,000, I'm sorry. And www.bucknerheavylift.com. And this crane is so big. You see all the weights right here, and then it's got more right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this again. So you can see all the rigging looks like it's done. One part's called the jig, one part is called the boom. I think the boom is the one that goes outwards, this part right here. And interestingly, it's several different colors. It reminds me of those toys when I was a kid that you put together, but I have a feeling it's a lot stronger than that. The reach on that crane, I think if it's fully extended, is over 500 feet. Maybe not in that configuration, but they can get it to over 500 feet. So I'm assuming that that's going to be enough to get it to reach every AC unit. iMelt says mega crane. Let's see. Yeah, one of the things that construction workers do to alleviate the heat is they actually start earlier. They'll end up starting at 4 a.m. and working 8 hours, and usually off by 12, or different hours, whatever is sufficient. But it's very common out here to start very early. You can see this is the body and white building at the bottom, and the foundation for the stamping building was at the top of the screen. Icer says, no wonder they didn't asphalt that road. That thing digs through the dirt. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed that the crane, they've got large logs. I don't know what they call them, but it's very common on huge cranes to put your own road down. So they just lay it down, and wherever it goes, they've got to move these large logs so that it runs over that instead of crushing anything else underneath it or having issues on the dirt. Do you think that crane could lift the Lucid stock? That's funny. That is a good one, iMelt. Let's see. Yeah, and the temperature on that roof is probably hotter than what it is everywhere else, because you've got that metal gets extremely hot. Probably going to be 140 degrees, 150 just on that roof. Let's see. What is the temperature right now where I am? Reads 107. It's a little early in the year to have 107, and this weekend we're supposed to be like 111, 112, which is very early for that to happen. But it's not a record. It's just something that is happening this weekend. Don't come here. All right, here comes the surprise. Let's see. Who can see it? First person. Let's see. Who's the first person who can see the surprise? Let's see. I'm going through the comments right here, and I'm waiting for someone to notice something here. Greg Smith. Took a gamble and finalized my order on a Lucid Air GT yesterday. They're saying a 5-month wait. That is too bad that you did not order it on May 31st. You would have saved a lot of money. Olivia says, I can't handle the Arizona heat. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. I'm out there all the time. Pure. Icer gets it. 2 metal roofs. Hard tops. Yes. You guys got it. Right here. There's actually 2 of them. We've seen one, a white one, roaming around, so we didn't know if it was just like the same car. We saw it several times, and could be the same car, could be a different one, but now we're actually seeing 2 at once. So, what does it mean? I'll let you guys guess, because it could mean anything. It could be just be 2 test cars. Let's see. John Hum says top right corner. Oh! Wow. There is another one up there. We got 3. Nice catch. I did not see that. Maybe we should be zooming in. So we've got 1, 2, and up here we've got 3. Let's see. Did we miss any others? Nice catch, John Hum. What about a black one with a hard top? So what we'd be looking for is a car not having the silver edge, because once they put the hard top, you don't have that silver that you see right here. So if there's a black one out there, it would just be all black. And I can't say, I'm looking through these with you, I can't say I see anything like that. Let's take a look at this group up here. I'm going to go with all of those are glass. A guy on Reddit said they are beta testing Pures. I'm not sure what you need to beta test on them. Okay, Greg, good for you. You reserved the order in May, so you received the lower price, but finalizing my order. Made the deposit non-refundable and get priority in line. And still 5 months? Ouch. Fasal says, order Pure. Display models to add to the studios. It's possible. I think that they're going to be showing the GTs, though, in the studios, because that is, that's where their moneymaker is. Yeah, we've got three of them up there. See, the thing that's interesting, if they're beta testing these Pures, why are they in the delivery parking lot? Why are they there? So, just saying. Mehmet says, since you keep asking about the cylindrical devices, could it be some sort of tunnel ventilation to move around the cooled air inside the building? I haven't seen anything like that, so I can't say whether it is or not. So this area over here, this delivery area, obviously they fenced it off. I was told by someone that they're storing parts out here because they've run out of space inside. Hopefully it's the parts that they need and not just something that they don't need for a couple of months. But they are storing stuff outside. They need more storage space. And when you look at the factory that they have, it seems very small now compared to what they're building and how easy it could be to run out of space. He also said the production is to start in September. I assume you're talking about the Pures, but people are calling him frauds. Okay, if they're test vehicles, why are they parked where they're parked? That's my thing. Javier's here. Hello, Bear. Good to see you as always. Anyone knows about Lucid Apple rumors? Yeah, people keep making up Lucid Apple rumors, and until something is actually announced, I don't think it's going to happen. So I don't even know if Apple's ever going to make a car, and maybe that would be something that would make them want to get in with Lucid, But I don't know. Apple's been trying to make a car for a very, very long time. So I think I have kids that weren't born when I first heard about Apple making a car. Let's see, might be shipping out for testing in other climates or to third-party testers. Yeah, what kind of testing do you need to do? Because it's a pure, as far as climate testing or anything like that. I think if anything, it's going to be cooler in the car because you've got a metal roof. Um, but I'm not sure what you need to test for that. Let's see. IML says more proof of Walmart and Nikola than Apple and Lucid. That is true. There is more proof that Nikola and Walmart are working something out. In case you guys missed that, and in case you care, uh, they we there's pictures on the internet of Walmart testing a Nikola tray. So that is real. So guys, I got a question for you guys. Maybe somebody knows this. This is the employee parking lot right here. See the uh, couple hundred cars right there. You think they got a shuttle? Because that's a pretty decent walk from there over to the building. I mean, it could take you 15 minutes to walk that in the heat, and then you're exhausted before you even get to work. Anybody know if they got a shuttle running? I know like Tesla had school buses and they were shuttling people back and forth because of how much time it would take them to get into work. Paul says parts not affected by excessive heat exposure. None of them should be because they're going to sit in cars that are going to get pretty hot also. Um, and they need to make products that don't melt at 150 degrees because the inside of your car can get to 150 degrees. We posted a picture on Twitter a couple of weeks ago of the interior temperature of our Model 3, and it was 150 and change. And that wasn't even on a super hot day. So I don't know what it is right now. I'm going to take a look. The inside temperature, because it gets hot inside these cars. Oh, it looks like my charging cable is not plugged in properly. Well, let's see what the interior temperature is. Interior temperature right now is sitting at 146 degrees in my Model 3. And we just parked that car probably about an hour and a half ago, and it was probably sitting at 75 degrees. So whether they're sitting outside in the sun or whether they're inside a car, they're still going to have excessive heat exposure. So Greg says, Lisa sent an email saying reservation holders will need to finalize their orders, make the $1,000 non-refundable by June 30th in order to get original pricing. Ooh, that's a way to raise cash right there. Let's see. I feel bad for those cars, God, because they're sitting out there baking. It's like a smoker. It's a slow cook out here. If you stay out in the sun, you will get cooked. So always got to hydrate. Wear sunscreen. They were flying back looking. That's the stamping building area again. See that they're constantly working on that. I'm wondering how long they're going to wait before they start putting up steel over that stamping building area, even if they're not done with the foundation. Paul says, I hope there's a shuttle with all the heat. I'm surprised they haven't added solar covering for all the employee parking. Yeah, I'm wondering when that's going to happen because that is part of the plans. It was on there. It said that it's going to happen. So it's probably not something that's that much of a priority right now. Get the building is more of a priority. And I know Lucid has been in touch with the different contractors, and they've moved up different buildings, and they've put different things as a priority. I've had people tell me that they changed their ideas again. They had to go do this, and they want this done quicker. See, Icer said, I lived in Las Vegas, and those 130-degree weather are no joke. It's true. It is true. You touch, if I went out there and touched the hood of my Tesla right now, which is red, I would probably get a burn on my hand. If I it took the little, I've got the little thing that tells you the temperature. The hood is probably sitting at 140, 150 degrees. Where are they getting stamped parts today? They have stamping in one of the other buildings. They are able to do some stamping now, so they're going to be expanding that out. They are, I think it's in the, you know what, I'm not sure, but it is in one of the two buildings that's already built. I forgot which one it is. I don't have the plans like in front of me. We're just going to go ahead and rewind this and keep chatting for a little bit. And if you guys got any other questions, toss them out there. So the crane was massive. We saw 3 air pures, or what looked to be, at least hard tops. At least the heat dries the cement on the stamping area quick. It dries everything pretty quick. So you can watch. You watch the water trucks walking around right here. You see this guy? I bet when we fly around and come back around, this area will be dry. It will dry that fast. I had to take a Polaris slingshot the other day to the airport. So it was a 45-minute drive, and I just got the hot air just beating in my face. It's literally like when you're driving something like that, open air. It's like having a blow dryer right in front of you, like this, and just at 80 miles per hour, right in your face for 45 minutes. I've got to go pick up that car tomorrow. That's I should wear a face mask or something. Let's see. Greg says, respect for you for the excellent drone flying from a fellow drone flyer. Do you pre-program any of your flights, or are they all hand-flown? They are all hand-flown. Because of the restrictions that Lucid has put on us, the illegal restrictions, I would say, we don't want to have the drone fly itself and accidentally go into over their airspace. It's not their airspace, over their property. They do not own the airspace. So, Marcel, I'm glad of your great flyovers every time. I wonder if you could fly an automated GPS passo every time the same angle, so AI could count and make tracking over the parking lot possible by comparing. Well, I kind of just answered that. We can't. We just don't want to. We want to be in control so that there is no accidental straying. Because what happens sometimes when we're flying, there's those things again that I don't know what they are. Sometimes when we're flying, a plane will come by, and the drone will see it. It will tell us that it's there, and sometimes it will tell us to move immediately. And if it was flying under GPS control, a pre-programmed route, it would do whatever it could to get out of the way of the plane. And sometimes these planes are still like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 feet horizontally away from us. Sometimes they're at 1,500 feet, and we don't even fly that high. So we don't want the drone to take over and fly over the site because it's avoiding a plane. So, what is my best estimate on the production rate of Lucid by the end of the year? 8,000 or 9,000 cars. GTP says 6 to 7. Let's go. Lucid said. Jonas says 9.9. They're saying the last time they spoke about it, they said they're on track for the 12,000. Things have to pick up after. They said it will pick up after second quarter. I assume that they're going to be getting their supply issues taken care of. But they need to do that because we're not seeing that volume of cars. That parking lot would need to be filled every day with car haulers, and they're dragging cars out. And when I see that, then I'll be more confident. But every day that goes by where they're making 10 or 20 cars is another day less that they have where they're going to be needing to make 50 to 100 cars a day, because we're almost at 6 months left. That's 180 days. And they don't work all of those days, but let's say they were. Uh, they, they need to make 100, what? I don't know, like 100 cars a day. So they just need to get everything with their supply chain fixed. So hopefully we'll see that. GTP says I don't know how they can get to 10K at this rate. I know, I agree, but it's just a matter of stepping it up. And I don't mean work harder, but just being able to get everything straightened out with the supply chain, and maybe making that line move quick. James says, thanks for the great videos. Progress looks amazing. We welcome. And Icer doesn't think that they'll be able to get to 10,000. Remember, the goal is 12. So let's be realistic. And, the quarter's going to end at the end of this month, and we'll find out how many they've made. I'm hoping that there's some sort of an improvement over first quarter. Though we don't necessarily have to expect it, because they've already put it out that it's going to be after second quarter before they start ramping up. But ramping up is what's gotta happen. See, the ground is still wet, but we've only been flying 10 minutes, 5 minutes? Yeah, we're 5 minutes into this video. That water truck has to constantly go around. And they do that not to keep anything cool. They do that to keep dust from flying all over the place. It's part of dirt mitigation that they do in Arizona, and it's required legally for the construction people. It looks to me like this area, by the way, where we're going to zoom right here. This almost looks like it was cleared out, and my guess would be if it was, and the reason why they have not started the bridge that's going over to this building over here is because they need to take this crane and go this way to drop off a couple of AC units. So that's my thoughts on that. They may be taking this crane down this way because it almost looks like it's been cleaned out. But there is the giant crane again. GTP says cars have not moved since last flyover. I did not do a comparison, but it does look very similar. Greg says, I really hope they succeed in the long run. Would love to see another successful American EV car company making great cars. And I don't want my car, assuming I get it, to become a white elephant. Yeah, there's always that risk. And, you have a car that manufacturer no longer exists. And that's why a lot of people don't buy from a new company. They don't know if they're going to be around for their warranty. GGP says he's a big Lucid fan and he is collecting shares. And Paul says, I think the great canisters are Dalek robots from Doctor Who. Okay. And I know we only showed a couple of them, but overall we probably saw 100 of them around the site. They're in all areas, and they're just stacked up. John Suchbad, any railroad update, or is that a different site? The railroad is going to be another phase, so I don't think we're going to see anything in there for a bit, but it is something that is going to happen. Oh, by the way, this over here by the Body in White building, we see these giant beams that have been installed. Don't know what that's for. They may go inside and maybe for an overhead crane, possibly, but it looks like there's about 4 of them right there. And I think there was some more on this side. I thought I saw some more steel. Yeah, over there on the top left, there is some large steel over there. Not quite as big as the other ones, but those ones that we saw next to the Body in White building, those are not going to be. It's not part of the structure itself. That is for something else. We just don't. I mean, you can see how big they are, but maybe we'll see them get put inside for some overhead crane. Iser, how much confidence is there that they are still using quality parts versus plug-in parts? The GT that I was in, I'm going to say quality. I didn't see any part that looked cheap at all. It looked like there was a lot of time and precision on making these parts. It's not like you're going into a Ford Focus and looking at the plastic door handles. You don't build massive plant like this only to fail. Yeah, I think that I don't think they're going to fail. I just think that they need to find the solutions to their problems and get cars out. And I don't know what the answers are. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we'll just do this. I know that it's hard work. Ramping up is hard. Production hell is what they call it. So, I mean, I'm still looking forward to getting my Pure sometime next year. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I had posted on Twitter. I had a Model S on order, and the estimated delivery date on Monday was July, I think, 19th to September 16th. So I still thought I had a couple months. I got a call on Monday. Car's ready, and I didn't get a VIN number coming up. I had no idea it was coming. I wasn't expecting it, and suddenly it's there. It's getting delivered tomorrow. Model S base model, not the Plaid. If you guys can hear those puppies barking in the background, there are puppies here, and you guys can probably hear them. So anyone want to buy a puppy, contact me. We've got lots of them. Let's see. Saudi will not let Elon get the monopoly. Yeah. Well, I think he said he doesn't want to be the only one. He wants other companies to succeed and compete in this market. Big golf names leaving PGA to play in LIV, Saudi Arabia, PIF Fund League. Okay. I don't watch golf, so I wouldn't tell you. In case you missed it before, those are the two Lucid Air Pures, or at least hardtops, that we saw in the bottom corner. Then there was a third one on the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, we're getting to 37 minutes. You guys got anything you want to talk about? Go ahead and put it up in the comments, and we will chat. Anybody have any questions about anything that they've seen? Let it out now. I'm going to go over what we got coming up next week. We're doing another live stream of the Nikola site on Monday. That'll be Monday afternoon, and we'll go over what we see there. Maybe we'll talk more about the Walmart connection. And then on Tuesday, we're doing fast charging with B&B. We'd love to get more viewers on that. It's me and Brian from My Tesla Weekend, and we sit and we chat about different EV topics, EV news, and what we think of them, and call out the BS when we see the BS. Yes, John Reed, that is two white Lucid Air Pures, or maybe Air Touring. Those are hard roofs. We saw there was a total of 3 of them there. Gigi wants to know if there's a Nikola flyover today. Yes, there will be one. We will be posting it shortly after this video is done. Jailblazer were saying that because golfers are the kind of people with money to buy these cars. Free advertisement coming soon. Yeah, I could see them buying the car. It's a classy car. It's different from, like, say, a Mercedes S-Class. Kind of gives off a different vibe. But I like them both, so I'm really not complaining. But my drive in the Lucid Air really upped my opinion of what was going on. So, just saying. All right, so yeah, we got fast charging on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we'll be back doing another live stream of the Lucid site. And those are all the the construction employee parking lot right there. So they've got a pretty big parking lot. I think they're still expecting more people there. And if you look around the site, you can see that there's a lot more vehicles around. What time of day do you schedule the flyovers? Well, this time of year we try and go a little earlier, and probably we try and get it out there as early as we can because of the heat. We don't like to fly when it's 105, 110. The drone doesn't like it either, and it affects the performance. John says go back a bit. John says that I think he's saying he saw another pure. So we're zooming in because John spotted the third one. And now he says, are you saying that there's a fourth one somewhere? Could I tell you my opinion as to how many cars are they manufacturing a day? No, I can't. I've tried to do that before and I was way off. Looks like air pure white one by the building. 4 hardtops. All right. Where did we see it going around here? No, I don't think we got. Let's go back. By the building. Somebody tell me which building. I'm going to find it. Okay, well, this is by the building. Oh, there it is. Right here. I got it. It's right there. So we need one of the red pures to show up because that's what mine's going to be. So you can never see a red car out here because of the glare. All right, so four pures. I only saw 2 when we were reviewing the video. So, geez, maybe there's more. This is like a treasure hunt. Okay, and John Hum, you found all the extra ones. It's like an Easter egg hunt, and you won all the prizes. All right, so maybe there's a 5th one. Keep watching. Keep rewinding. Nope, that's a water truck. All right. We are getting close to being done, but good eyes, guys. Good eyes. I wish we could get a better look at those wheels. I want to see if they start producing them in another color because it'll be easy to spot because we won't have that silver trim. So maybe next flyover we'll be able to see some more. But yeah, 4 of them. So that's pretty interesting stuff. All right. Well, once again, I do want to thank everyone for being here. We're probably going to end this about now because we've gone through everything twice. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank John Hum for finding all the extra pures. And we will be back with our next live stream of Lucid on next Wednesday, a week from today. And we'll be back again on Monday, so don't forget. I want to thank all the Patreons and everyone who was here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you guys got any more comments, throw them in there. We'll leave them up for a little bit. I'll answer it if I know the answer to it, or just put it in the comments on the actual video. Thanks for showing up. Bye-bye, guys.